You know, when we think about life, there's one thing that comes to mind that's absolutely so important. And to me, more so than anything else, it's choosing love in all situations. So what does choosing love mean? Choosing love means that you're going to take the higher ground. You're going to ask yourself, what is this situation teaching me? How can I be better from it? How can I help others prosper as well as myself from this situation? You know, the great thing about love is that it casts out everything that could even remotely be its opposite. And so when you're practicing love, when you're a full expression of love, it's hard for things that are an opposite of it to kind of steer you off track. So, you know, all the shootings and violence that happened over the last couple of weeks, you know, when I look at that, there's one thing that I feel like is missing, and this goes with love, but the thing I feel like that's missing is awareness. And so if we're going to be really truthful with ourselves, and this may be hard for some people to take, but if you're really going to be truthful and honest with yourself, you have to be aware of everything. Okay? If I'm a black male, which I am, and I'm in a situation where I can tell myself, you know what? This might look suspicious to cops. This might look suspicious to people who don't know where I come from, who don't know who I am, who don't know my hustle, my struggle. Let me fix something about it. I think that's the problem with society today, is that we don't think like that. We're not taught to think from a higher perspective to make sure that we're protecting ourselves and protecting everybody else. You know, we always think that resistance is the answer, when in actuality, resistance only breeds more resistance. And the same concept goes, you know, if I'm a white male, you know, and I'm driving through a neighborhood, and I know that it's predominantly black. I know that there are things that are unfamiliar to me, just as well as the people within the neighborhood, I'm unfamiliar to them. I have to know in my heart, in my mind, that, okay, this may not be the best thing for me. This may not be the best place for me to be right now. Let me change the situation around so I can protect myself and I can protect everybody else. Now, sounds easy in theory, but you have to get over your emotions to implement it. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to turn the other cheek, because we're taught to fight and fight and fight till we can't fight anymore. Now, if you continue to fight, what's eventually going to happen is you're going to get tired, you're going to get weak, and you'll still be in the same spot. But if you decide to take the peaceful approach, if you decide to choose love instead of anything else, I guarantee you an idea, a thought will be revealed to help you to move in a direction that's prosperous for everybody. Because the shootings and stuff and all the violence that's going on, it's not a black problem. It's not a white problem. It's not a cop problem. It's a problem with humanity failing to see the bigger picture, failing to see the entire spectrum, failing to see, okay, how do we all win and how do we all stop what's happening? And I can guarantee you, it's not looting. It's not getting on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter and cussing out the opposite race. It's not being selfish. You know, I think if we can just take one small incremental step towards just evolution, like evolving into a people that waits to understand things first and then reacts, or better yet, respond, our world will be so much better. And this is what choosing love is about. It's about understanding who you are. More importantly, understanding that you're connected to everybody else and everything out there in the universe. And when you choose love, you're not only helping yourself, you're helping your fellow man and woman. Guys, take this message to heart, share it, spread it. We all have to think more creatively to figure out what's going to stop the violence and, more importantly, increase the love. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. Take care.